Grabs. For some fighters, they're just another part of their moveset. For others, they're the lifeblood of the character. Regardless of potency, grabs comprise a whole third of Smash's basic rock, paper, scissors triangle. Grab beats shield, shield beats attacks, and attacks beat grab. In practice though, it's a bit more complicated than that. For characters who tend to keep their distance or stay airborne, the risk of getting grabbed is often much lower, sometimes barely a concern at all. And for a character like me, Brawler, whose grab game gives him everything from combos to KOs, having to deal with these playstyles can be frustrating, to say the least. Somewhere along the line, every Brawler player has to ask themselves, what's the answer to a playstyle that so aggressively shuts down my ability to grab? And that's when it hits them.
Wow!
That's so unlucky!
He survives! He survives!
Suplex is me Brawler's third choice for a side special. It's classified as a command grab, which is an attack that goes through shields. And if that sounds like a powerful trait, that's because it is. In a match, there are a lot of common situations where someone holds shield but isn't at much risk of getting grabbed. For a normal fighter to land a grab in scenarios like these, they'd usually have to do some super obvious movement that gives the opponent all the time in the world to realize what they're up to and respond. For a fighter with a command grab, they press B. Having the ability to win situations like this is obviously pretty powerful, so the command grabs with range, stuff like Ganon's Flame Choke, Insyn's Alolan Whip, were given a lot of startup to compensate. They're fast enough to catch most players off guard, but not so fast that they're impossible to react to. Well, except for Suplex. Suplex is about 20% faster than the next fastest of these moves, which makes it pretty much impossible to react to. Especially considering that, unlike some of these other characters, Brawler doesn't have bottom tier mobility. Of course, people probably aren't just gonna stand there and take the grab. So, thinking back on that rock, paper, scissors triangle, their most natural solution is to beat it out with an attack. Don't! Okay, so technically, Brawler can be hit out of Suplex. But if that hit lands at the same time the grab connects, then Brawler just eats the attack and keeps on suplexing. There is a limit though. Any single hit attack that does 12% or more will break out of Suplex. Still, that's a pretty large collection of moves to tank. So if attacking it is unreliable, what about the normal strategy? Just baiting out Suplex and hitting the end lag. Don't! Alright, so not all suplexes are created equal. So far, we've been talking about grounded suplex, but air suplex is a different story. I'll skip the specifics for now. Just know that ground suplex always has half a second of end lag, while air suplex has a quarter second, plus however long it takes to land after using it. This means that in situations where air suplex is used extremely close to the ground, like immediately out of jump squat, the move will recover significantly faster. This is most obvious when it's used from offstage, which effectively removes the time to land. This makes suplex way harder to whiff punish than normal, so experienced players usually just disengage completely. So, suplex beats shields. It's unreactable, it's unreliable to trade with, and it has deceptively low end lag. Is there anything this move can't do? How about take a damn stock? Suplex doesn't kill. It's not even just bad at killing compared to other command grabs, it just straight up will not take stocks. You might think that using it near ledge and plummeting into the blast zone would be a good way to KO, but suplex is bugged. When other characters use their command grabs to go for the stock trade, the opponent is released right next to the blast zone, which is usually enough to kill them outright. But when suplex releases the opponent, they receive a vertical boost, which is often enough to allow most characters to get back. The timing to jump varies from character to character, but the blast zone radar will straight up tell you when you're at the peak of the boost, so there's not much need to practice. Basically, it's not a good way to take stocks, and pretty much no top player that knows what they're doing should be falling for it. Anyways, that's just the intended weakness. I haven't even brought up Suplex's tendency to, let's just say, get fussy. So, Suplex's command grab comes out on frame 13, but it has a win box on frame 9, right as he starts moving. This is here to help Suplex connect against opponents who are at point-blank range. The thing is, win boxes don't do anything to shields, so Air Suplex has a tendency to miss against characters who are blocking at point-blank. Luckily, it doesn't happen too often, but it can result in some unfortunate situations. Believe it or not, this problem used to be way worse. When Ultimate first dropped, not only was Suplex's win box weaker, but the grab box was thinner. So people phased through Suplex quite a lot.
You're sneaky, but what happened with that suplex?
The devs eventually fixed this by widening the grab to cover Brawler himself, and by making the win box stronger. By a factor of 2.5. This was a massive overcorrection, and now, instead of passing through people, Suplex has the opposite problem of pushing people too hard, which is not what you're looking for when you're trying to grab someone. But the win box isn't all bad. Its strength creates very weird situations where Brawler tries a suplex, gets the win box out, gets hit, and then pushes the opponent away, negating any potential follow-up. This interaction even extends to grabs. If Suplex and another grab collide at the same time, the opponent gets pushed back noticeably farther. That's right, not only does Suplex, a command grab, throw guesswork into attacking it, but it also gives a slight advantage against other grabs. This thing dominates the RPS triangle without being a killing machine. That is its real strength. The thing about all of these other command grabs is that they're pretty much built for one purpose. And because of that, people are usually playing really hard around them. But Suplex's low kill power means that most people aren't really thinking about it in the same way. After all, it's not gonna kill him, so it's fine to keep getting hit by it, right? Of course, take that line of thinking to its logical conclusion and you'll find yourself vulnerable to almost everything else. Don't believe me? Just here, look at this. Nine suplexes, 2 other moves, 200%. You know what I killed Byleth with here? Fucking up tilt. Suplex occupies a space that no other command grab really does. It's free damage and easy to use, but still puts the onus of actually taking the stock on the player. Unlike some other moves I could mention. Dare I say, it's the best designed command grab in the game. Oh my god, he should have king in the title. And just to end off, remember how I said that the suplex stock trade isn't viable? Well, there's actually one character that it does work well on. Or rather, half of a character.
Did you kill him?
What kind of fucking animal do you take me for? No, I didn't kill him.
Oh, fuck.
But I did kidnap his wife. Oh no.